Uncle, what is you on?
What is you on?
Right, you ain't gonna make me touch
What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal, Viral Gang? We are back with another one. This ain't that other one. As always, it's your host that do the most, Mr. Viral himself, aka the villain, because they hate me for my opinion. And I got the co-host of the co-host in the building.
Yeah, what's happening, man? You already know what time it is, man. You already know what.
It's regular.
Easy
It
going.
checks out. It's just content. What's going on, bro? What's the deal, man? I'm fresh out the gym, you feel me?
Man, I'm cool and I ain't been doing shit. I just got done reading, trying to sharpen the nigga mind a little bit, open up some new brain waves.
Trying to tap into that new frequency, huh? Trying to elevate.
Yeah, trying to get a new level of enlightenment.
Definitely. That'd be the way though, because it's like even expanding your vocabulary, it's only a certain amount of words you're gonna be able to keep repeating unless you're reading new words and learning new words and how to expand your vocab.
No, that's facts. I try to see it as like feeding the brain in a sense, and sharpening the brain muscles. So you need that, especially in this day and age, with all the crazy shit going on out here.
Man, it's speaking of crazy, that CEO, you said something about he tried to say it was AI. He going that route with it.
They trying to take any route they can at this point. They trying to say the woman was never there. They got all the memes going out of him going up. He blew it. Like I said, he should have never ducked down. If he had just stood cool, he would have had ways to combat that. And even his they trying to say that letter wasn't him, it was him, but you can tell he still didn't want to have no accountability that he was in the wrong. Like at the end of that statement where he basically was saying like trying to keep people out of his business. You don't tell nobody to stay out your business when you go to a stadium full of 50,000 people. And you talking about this was a private manner. And then you brought your side piece in public talking about you wanted this to be private. Like, nigga, just accept your consequences and accept that you got caught, you did some bozo shit, and that was really it. And even on top of that, what I'm getting at, he really wanted to say what he said at the end and the beginning, but he had to keep it like politically correct. For the company, like,
because it's crazy because the company Astronomer, they say Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability. The board of directors has initiated a formal investigation into this matter, and we will have additional details to share very shortly. Alyssa Stoudard was not at the event, and no other employees were in the video. Andy Byron has not put out any statement regarding saying otherwise are all incorrect. So this is crazy. So the company is coming out basically saying, believe us, don't believe your eyes. I don't care what you saw on that Jumbotron live at the concert. Nigga, they wasn't there. What Uncle Murder say? I don't care if you saw me do it. I ain't do it.
What he said, what Shaggy said, it wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Nah, he blew it though. And them, this even more outrageous for them to try to take it that way. Because if that was the truth, why would you need to go to further investigation about it? If she was never there, and the situation never happened, there's nothing to look into. CEO has nothing to worry about. But what kills them off quicker is that why would she immediately go take her last name off of her Facebook account? If this was never true, she never felt no way, she would have never removed her last name. So y'all can call it what y'all want. Y'all can try to tailor it up, make it pretty as it can be, but he already cooked.
Nah, facts. He's definitely cooked. I think they seen the public's reaction with the government saying it ain't no Epstein list. Yeah, I know we told you a couple months ago that it was sitting on our desk. We saw the names, we read it, and we was gonna put it out to the public. But fuck it, it ain't no list. And the public's like, oh, okay, it ain't no list. So now they finna take that approach now. Everything is like, we don't care what y'all see. We don't care what y'all say. We don't care about the evidence. We gonna tell y'all what it is, and y'all gonna be cool with it. Y'all gonna rock with it. it's following the trend of where humanity is at with COVID, when nobody actually bucked back at the system. They said go in the house by 7, 8 o'clock. All y'all niggas went in the house 7, 8 o'clock. They told y'all can't come here in these certain zones without a mask. All y'all went and put a mask on. So they're like, man, they don't listen to anything we say. The nigga was live in 4K, literally. The lead singer of Coldplay was like, hey, either they got an affair or they embarrassed. And now the company is saying nobody from the company was there.
They can realize that people that was there can combat all of that. Like, it was people that was actually standing next to them. It wasn't like they was in the booth alone or nothing like that. Like, people was actually there. So none of them was there either, I guess. But, and this is just crazy. It just goes to show the state where we at, that America, the U.S. is now just on some, they've been bullying other people. They now just to the point where they bullying the people now. To the point where it's like, we know, like this is what I was saying before when we was talking about, yeah, the people got the power, but ain't nobody gonna fight against it because at the end of the day, they like, well, what can they really do? Or what are they gonna do? That's basically what they're saying. They've been playing it in our face from time and time again, and now they're getting more open and broadly with it to the point where it's just like, it insults anybody's intelligence, it insults anything to where if you try to combat with them at this point, they just pressing buttons on you. Like it's our way or no way. That's what they look at.
And this is what happens when you don't show no type of exercise of the strength that you got as the people. Is they can literally do stuff like this. And I told y'all when this AI stuff unveils, it's gonna be a lot of innocent people getting rolled up because of AI, and there's gonna be a lot of guilty people getting off because of AI. Because all they're gonna do is tell you, hey, whatever you're looking at is not real. It is AI generated. They just Bro, I'm mind blown because I didn't read the whole statement. They said the lady who was in the video is not there. They said nobody from the company was there. Nigga, he had the executive company suite that he paid for allegedly with the company credit card. And you're saying he's not there. It's like, this shit is comedy.
Yeah, it is comedy. Now, this is partly why they want the AI stuff so pushing so much. And AI is getting a lot of kickback. I forgot what state that is right now where they're saying it's polluting the system, it's polluting the air. It's doing way more damage with these AI buildings and stuff that they building. So people got to be careful with expecting this. Like I said, we seeing these robots. Now they in LA. They running downtown LA. You see these kids in China playing with them, carrying groceries. It's all good for right now. But like I told y'all,
it's gonna get ugly. It's definitely gonna get ugly. And shout out to everybody in the chat too, all the viral gang members. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Billy the Kid, stop asking about if we asked Whack not to come. Knock it off, bro. Like, cut it out. The trolls gonna troll. Shout out to Seven. What's the deal? I know I talked all that ish about y'all having on jerseys and all that, but guess what? Today is Ram Nation. You feel me? It's Ram Nation. That's just what it is. Cause our way or no way, football season is coming upon us. Y'all better be ready. Get your team merch up because you're gonna see a whole lot more of this up here. You feel me? But the only name that's gonna be on my jersey is viral.
Yeah, watch when I come with that Philly green, man, that exclusive. I had to take a trip back to Philly to go get that real deal Holyfield. Especially like I told y'all, man, green things mean things. We finna double back. Mark my word.
I don't know about that doubling back stuff because we in the NFC, so it's up and it's stuck. We done got better. We done got more improved. Man, we done got a legend, a Hall of Famer on the team. I'm telling y'all, it's up. Matter of fact, one game this season, we're gonna have to live stream down there at the stadium and parking lot pimp, or what they call the tailgating. We're gonna have to go tailgate a game. I gotta see if we play this season. I know we played it.
Nah, we playing Philly.
Oh, we playing Philly? Well, shit, we might gotta go back to Philly then.
That's
shit.
all I'm saying.
Yeah, we might gotta go back to Philly then. Hey, we might have to go tailgate at Philly because Philly is a vibe. Philly is a vibe. I fuck with Philly.
You ain't gonna better wear none of that Ram clothes.
Man, you crazy.
Get out to Philly. Everywhere you go.
Hey, let them know I'm taking all phase. Nigga, do not run up on me in Philly. I might gotta blick a nigga down.
Yeah, but for sure, they're gonna have to tap into one of the games. And it was something else I was just thinking about.
Hey, shout out to the NFL too, man. Y'all tap in, man. We are accepting sponsors. So LA Rams, y'all tap in. You feel me? Philadelphia Eagles, y'all tap in. We got Tampa Bay Bucks fan. He not here right now. Mr. Show 5200. Y'all tap in, cuz. But we gonna smash the Eagles. We gonna try our best to get to that game. I know we play the Jets out here this season. My girl a Jets fan, so I might gotta go tailgate that game.
No, that's a waste of a game. Trash.
Now the low key, the Jets is low key. They low key got a squad, cuz.
Aaron Rodgers in
The Jets low key got a squad, but they, Aaron Rodgers at the helm, it just wasn't it. Past his prime.
Jets is just one of them franchises that's never gonna be good.
Yeah, they got the curse. They definitely got the curse because they got all the talent in the world. They should have realistically made the damn playoffs last season. I don't know what happened.
When they started to see some light and started getting good, I think they won like 6-6 or something. Where they had that spurt at like into one of them seasons, maybe a couple seasons ago. They should have never went and got Aaron Rodgers. They should have built off of that team.
Yeah, they receiving core is cold, and they got one of the coldest running backs in the league. Even though he did get hurt, but he's still one of the coldest running backs in the league. Bro was going crazy before he got that injury. So I'm hoping they're going up and up. I like to see the underdogs come up, just not up over us.
Yeah, but that CEO, that's crazy work. All the memes they got on him running up out of here, talking about what they wish he could have did and stuff like that. That was comedy. But just understand, man. The U.S. likes to create problems, they clean them up to look like the hero. Not saying that's what this case, but we see what's going on. They just trying to ain't nothing but a little bit of straightening.
Do you think this could have been a situation that was set up and concocted to purposely play out this way to distract us from something else? Because Trump is doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes that a lot of people don't like. Like I know one thing that's going to affect our communities directly is he's putting a cap on how much players can earn through NIL. So if everybody doesn't know what NIL is, for years and years and years, college players have been making millions and millions and millions of dollars for colleges via sports, and they weren't allowed to be paid a dime. Most famously, we found Reggie Bush was getting paid under the table. They took his Heisman, took his jersey down and all of that because he was getting money under the table for his talents. Fast forward to 2025, kids are making millions in high school via NIL. And now, I believe it was, let me look up Nick Saban. Nick Saban said it was ruining football. Kids making all this money is ruining the game. Really, that was some hater shit if you ask me. I don't know how this is ruining the game because everybody's not going to make it to the league. But while I'm at your college and selling jerseys and selling video games and merch and selling ticket sales, you telling me you making all this money off my likeness and I can't get paid? So finally, bam, they get the NIL, people getting paid for their talents, right? Now, Trump doubles back and puts a cap. I don't know what the cap is. We'll see once the details roll out. But what you think about that? This is crazy.
I think to Nick Saban's point, I understand his viewpoint, but I don't necessarily agree with it. I understand it because I do feel like by them getting this money, that it does take away from the hunger of making it to the NFL. Because now you get X amount of money to the point where you're like, well, I don't have to make it. But I'm for them getting the money because, like you just said, it's only a small percent of people that's ever going to make it to the league. And a lot of people can play college ball, and it's damn near sometimes college ball can be better than the pro ball. If somebody can get hurt or stuff like that, I don't agree with them. Why would you put a cap on something? Because you don't want them to be – it's always to the point they want to just show how much control they got over certain things. And it's like you're not putting the cap on the jersey sales. Like you said, you're not putting the cap on the video games. You're not putting the cap on the merch that y'all making off of these players. If none of these players was in college, none of y'all have no way to capitalize off of them. So I think that's some BS, and I just think they just don't want more people being able to put people in positions. You keep them from making a certain amount of money, and they're not able to help their families the way they are, or certain things. I just think Trump wants the percent to stay of the small, what is it, the 1%ers versus the people that's getting wealthy. They don't want people to get to that point where they're at. They want to keep the poor and they want to keep the rich.
And you know what's crazy? Deion Sanders is one of the coaches who came out and publicly voiced his opinion on it. He said that college football might need a salary cap on NIL to even the playing field for all schools. So if y'all don't know, the reason Nick Saban was crying about this NIL and putting a cap on it is because schools like the schools that he coached, they could build super teams. So, the Bama, they always had a super team. Bama always had super teams. The main teams, they always had super teams because they had the bread to get the recruiter, right? They had the clout, they had the this, they had the that. Now with NIL, it does not matter where you go, essentially, because you're going to get paid if you have the talent. So you might go to a smaller school, but they're paying you $2-3 million. So now it's like, why go to USC? Why go to Bama? Why go to Florida State? Why go to Miami, sit on the bench when I can go to this small school over here, I can go to Colorado, get 2 mil,
Go shine.
3 mil,
And
and go shine, and I'm going to be actually on the field. So this wasn't about, oh, it's ruining college football. This was about, it was actually evening out college football, because now you got the portal and players don't have to sit and put up with a team just doing whatever they want with them. It's like, if I'm the talent and I'm not getting what I want, or somebody's going to offer me more money here, more playing time here, I just jump in the portal and get on and go get the bag. Before, they control the players. Players was literally like cattle on the damn slave field. They had no say so, no nothing. You just was at the beck and call of these institutions, these coaches, these programs, in hopes of making it to the league. Now you made it to the league without ever making it to the NFL. If I never make it to the NFL, but I got millions through NIL and I made the right investments, I don't got to make it to the NFL.
And it's not a waste of all them years of your life. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people play football from Pop Warner all the way up until college, and then their dreams is over. So now you still was able to do them things you wanted to do. Maybe buy your mama a house, put your people in certain positions, maybe be able to make something out of yourself outside of not making it to the NFL, because they're so prominent on telling you, well, you need an education. What if you don't make it? It's only X amount of percentage of people that actually go to the NFL or lead the league. So if y'all want to do all that, they need a percentage of everything. Give me a percentage of my jerseys. Give me a percentage of putting me on these video games. Because y'all got all these kids buying these games and jerseys. All the ticket sales y'all getting, y'all making a killing. And it's still to a point where they like, it's just being greedy and controlling. That's all it is at this point.
Yeah, it's like they claim it's a free enterprise, but anytime we start capitalizing, now all of a sudden they got to have a cap. Like you recently seen the quarterback who was, I believe, for Tennessee, the Samoan kid, is actually one of my people's, I believe it's his cousin's son. He transferred over to UCLA because he's getting a bigger bag. So he held out over at Tennessee, and it worked because UCLA wound up giving him the bigger bag. I believe he's like the #1 recruit in the nation and all that. So kids is doing holdouts now too, because now they know their worth, and you're not finna shortchange me. Like you said, you're getting paid off the video games. NCAA's out right now. My son just texted me this morning, when are we getting NCAA? So after I'm done recording, I got to go take him to go get the new NCAA football game. Bro, they've been getting paid for how, just think about the greatest eras of college football and how much money they made. Think about that Reggie Bush era. That era was great. That was the best college football era ever. That USC versus Texas game, that might have been the greatest college championship game ever.
And then think about people like Vince Young, who wasn't prominent in NFL, became a bust. How much money he would have just made out of college. Now, there's a lot of college players that got money that was getting under the table, but not the type of bag they could be getting right now. Like, they would have been getting big bags, especially with Bush and them was in.
Bro.
Like, college was different. People don't even be, when you see Reggie Bush playing on them video games, that was really Reggie Bush. Like,
he was the video game.
He was the creative player. Like, that was crazy work. So it's like, and think about people like Mike Williams, all the people that was dominating college sports, or the people that got hurt in college. So it's like, yeah, it's just wild. I just think they don't want them to get to that point. And I didn't want to make it about race, but sometimes you start to see too many maybe athletes or black stars or certain people, and it's athletes in general, because they all being affected by it. And I just imagine about teams like people holding out or want to play with a better team, like Jalen Hurts when he got benched. Just imagine if he would have never left and went to Oklahoma and went to the NFL, became who he was. He could have just ended up being somebody that faded off into the wind because he got benched behind Tua over that championship game.
Right. It's like anytime power starts to come in the less fortunate hands or our hands, like you said, not to make it a race thing, but I'm really only seeing us being highlighted, like even with the Teddy Bridgewater situation. Yeah, it's one of the rules, but he's literally helping players get to and from practice and just basic necessities, and he gets suspended for that. It's like if it don't come through them and they don't give the okay, it ain't happening. And with the NIL stuff, the power was coming to the players because I got bread. I'm getting paid more than some of the coaches. I'm getting paid as if I'm in the league already. So now I can hold out. I can negotiate. I got some type of power. They're trying to limit that.
Right. You can't threaten me with not getting in the game. You can't threaten me with a lot of control that you had over the players. You can't just treat them anyway because in the hopes of them trying to make it to the league. Because it might get to a point, and that's why I said I agreed to a small percent of what Nick Saban is saying. It's like, nigga, I don't even care if I go to the league no more. I made it type stuff. So even though majority of them want to, but I think now you don't have to compromise yourself as much. So hopefully they still get the bread. Hopefully it's still a decent amount, but they're going to try to treat this just like the NFL. They're going to make certain contracts. They're trying to put the caps. Certain players are going to start making more money than others, even though they already are. But all the way around, it's going to be, they're trying to make it to where they're winning off of it.
Man, you know, another story I seen that was that we talked about on the show, and we're going to double back again because it's more updates on it. Timberland's AI artist just dropped its first snippet. So if you haven't heard it, I'm gonna play it right now. You got your headphones? So his AI artist has an AI music video and dropped a AI track. So boom, it's showing the music video right now in case y'all haven't seen it. This is crazy. That's crazy. So that was all completely AI generated. What you think about the song, first of all?
Well, that's not really my lane of music. The song wasn't bad, but I'm not supporting no AI music.
Oh, he the flip-flop, cuz.
I never said I was.
He was Mr. AI music at first.
Knock it off.
Damn, run the footage back, y'all.
Run it back, nigga.
Run the footage back.
I never said it, nigga. I said,
come here.
I said AI wouldn't be able to take over because you can't get from the soul what you get from AI. I mean, you get from the soul, AI can't produce that. And what I'm saying is, if people are so big on artists being real, I know we say a lot of these artists be fake, a lot of this, but if you still appreciate realness from an artist, you're not going to listen to AI. All y'all got to really do is not support this, and this will die out. This is terrible for artists. But who wants to listen to something? So what y'all going to do, maybe it might work in certain lanes, but when that rap music and stuff like that comes out, you're going to listen to an AI robot that never lived nothing. You're going to listen to a robot that never been in the trenches. You're going to listen to a robot that never had to overcome nothing, that has no story really to tell because the music is good. Then if y'all might as well just accept all the fake shit that's going on in the world at this point.
That's where it's headed. And because I could see this, like, you know how you being like used in the mall or something. You know how you go in the mall and you got the shopping music? That's what that sounds like to me. Like you walking around Macy's or something, or Sephora, and it's just playing in the background.
That was nothing I never slapped.
Imagine humans completely eliminated from music in the stores, because I'm pretty sure artist has to get a cut every single time that song is played in the store.
Then what about the people that want to go to concerts? What y'all gonna do? Go watch the holograms?
Exactly. They already been playing with that. Remember, they brought Tupac.
But people want to get close enough to where you ain't getting no signatures if you're a real fan. You're not going to ever have no meet and greets. When you're going to talk to an AI robot, you got to be fucking mental. At that point,
people is already mental. But I'm just thinking about like the bar, bro. The bar can be all 100% AI generated music. That music sounds like that music. Like even when she started rapping, who's the lady who made the fly like paper planes flying like? That's who she sounded like. She sounded like the lady who made that song. I believe her name was Mia something. Any AI artist that you hear is going to be a rendition of an artist that's already out in real life. It's just now can remove the artist from the industry. And let's not even talk about how behind the scenes, the music industry is getting wiped out with AI. Behind the scenes, a lot of people are losing their jobs. We can get to that conversation in a minute, but this is going to get spooky for artists. If I'm an artist, I'm boycotting this. I'm trying to get my fans to boycott this because eventually the artist is going to be removed. They're going to find a way to make it sound just like the damn artist. The artist is going to be removed. And like you said, there's going to be no soul in music. And this, to me, is a part of the conspiracy of removing the soul from society. Everything that we got right now is detaching humans from humanity. We're going robots with every fucking thing. We're moving further away from nature, further away from our own personal nature, how we're coded, and we're going into foreign territories where everything is a damn robot, a cell phone, a computer, nothing to do with sunlight, nothing to do with even the food we eat is not even real no more. We eating synthetic everything, GMO everything. The whole world is moving towards fake, and this is just a part of that.
If I'm an artist, I'm giving this no energy. If I'm an artist, I'm not even talking about it. I'm not even, the conversations that we having right now as an artist, I'm not even gonna talk about it, because the more we talk about it, the more energy we give it, the more people want to go see what it's about. The more attention we putting on, and now people are getting attracted to it, whether it's good or bad. Y'all giving it some feedback to where they can do numbers or any analytics and they can feel like it's working or not. I think everybody as humans shouldn't fuck with it and just boycott it, period. The only people that's really gonna be really for it is the people that want to capitalize on it, obviously, that can make the money, and people are going to start just creating their own AI music to where it's just, it makes no sense, man. It makes no sense to me. I do understand why they're doing it, because they're going to capitalize. A lot of these artists haven't been putting no real production out. But like I tell people all the time, you got to still remember it's only one you. If you tell your truth or your story, nobody else can copy that. They can't replicate it. They can't do the things that you can do. So your music will predominantly be different if you just be yourself, in my opinion.
Because in this article here, it says Warner Music Group is hiring for a director of AI automation and growth. So what does that mean? They're trying to eliminate humans and they're trying to implement AI systems. So according to a job advert posted last week, the position will focus on identifying, developing, and implementing innovative AI solutions that enhance operational efficiency and drive strategic growth. It's just word salad for we need humans to fuck up out of here, and we're gonna get this AI program going so we can profit more money without dishing out more money. It says regarding to WMG's EVP strategy, integration, and operations, the ideal candidate is described as a passionate AI advocate with a deep enthusiasm for AI and automation, believing in their potential to revolutionize business processes. What they really want to say is business earnings,
right?
The overhead.
And I think people in this day and age, they're trying to take away, like we always talk about, the individual thinker. That you might not even realize it, but you got to really be a thinker for yourself, and you got to outweigh the pros and cons of this AI stuff. Some of it is good. I'm not gonna say it's all bad, but everything that they're putting out to the forefront, think of why they're doing what they're doing. Because initially, it's gonna get to a point, everything has side effects or it's cause and effect. You know what I mean? And now we're only seeing, it's like if I'm trying to sell you something, I'm going to tell you everything good about it. I'm not going to necessarily tell you the effects. I'm going to give you some pill to help you, but I'm not going to tell you that the side effect of this pill is going to make you this way. So think about the pros and cons of it. A lot of this stuff is not necessarily going to be good for humans. We're, like you just said, we're becoming robots. And the things that's going to start happening now, they're going to start slowly putting them out. The next thing you know, robots going to be normal. Society going to accept it. They're going to be walking the streets. The next thing you know, curfew ain't going to be 10 o'clock just for kids. It's going to be 10 o'clock for adults unless you're working. And they're going to be having them robots on in mobs moving. They ain't got to do nothing but press buttons.
It says a key part of the role will involve automating existing business processes and workflows. So that right there lets you know when they say existing, that's a human, that's a person. So this AI role is essentially going to replace whoever is responsible for that, because I'm sure they probably have a team of people that's doing that. And if they get this program to, be coded in to do what this entire team is doing, why pay a team of people when I can just upload a fucking program? So I think Timberland has already talked to people behind the scenes, and they've already let him know, hey, this is where it's going, and it ain't no stopping it. You either jump ahead of it or you get left behind it. And I think he made the conscious decision to say, fuck it, I'm jumping ahead of it, and I'm finna get the bag. I'm not gonna be one of these niggas trying to fight it off because it's inevitable.
You can't really fight it, but necessarily those are people in positions for so long where that's his life, but at the same time, they don't necessarily care about the people. A lot of them people in the industry never cared about the artists in the first place. So it's not a tough decision for them to make. All they're thinking about is the money and the dollars at the back end of it. But everything is right now, like they say, it is trial and error. They're doing things. They got labs of AI technology, they're doing whole full interviews through AI now. Job interviews.
Yes.
Nigga, whole full interview where you talking, you asking questions, it's responding to everything. The same detailed interview you would do with a human. They are limiting, and we need. I don't say we need. Most humans need other humans' interactions. We were bred that way to connect with other people, not with robots and lithium and stuff. So that's what you're getting at now. So it's getting ugly right now.
Hey, shout out to the chat. I see all the questions, but during the live shows, if you want us to read your question live, for sure, send a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Send a light donation. We'll read your name out. We'll read where you from.
Or tell them, let us. No,
we'll read your question. We'll answer your questions. We'll read whatever comments you want to leave. But you got to show us some love because we out here putting in work. It's costing us money to run the show right now. So, you want to support us, show some support. We'll read your comment. Or on the set, I see all your comments, though.
Or if not, I'll basically just tell them, you know what I mean? Let us get through these topics, and then we'll chop it up with y'all once we flow through these.
No, I'm chopping it with them, but it got to be some type of, you know what I'm saying?
Some relevance.
Yeah.
I know.
Some type of benefit to read your shit live on the show, like, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all. Yeah, we on YouTube for sure. We live on YouTube right now. We'll be live on Instagram, but they got the Instagram live block right now, so the live is not playing over there. I got to hook the Kick and the Rumble up here so I can be live on Kick and Rumble. We're going to be live on all platforms. Right now, it's just YouTube and Twitter because I just popped on real fast. But, yeah, man, we see all y'all in the comments. Any topics y'all want us to throw in the show, throw it in there. If you want to join the live show, we'll throw the link in the chat. But, yeah, did you see there's an unreleased Nas verse that was supposed to be on a Raekwon song, and it said that verse was aimed at Jim Jones.
Yeah.
So I listened to it. What did you think about it?
Fire, regular.
It's
easy,
regular. It's regular.
Easy for Nas, man. And I tell people, put some respect on his name. Nas just showed how easy it was, and he barred up, talked to nothing but real shit. It's what I expect from Nas. Like, I still don't understand how people still have the nerve to come out and do the things they do, but I do understand because it's content. It is content, but Nas showed why he's one of the ones that can't be fucked with. That verse was all gas to me, and just the shit that he was spitting, I'm like, yeah, this is what I want to hear from Nas. And I like that he's in the bag with Raekwon and him because he's all fire spitters. He's with the Wu-Tang on tour. Shout out to Nas though, man. That was good.
Definitely
that was
shout out
nostalgic,
to Nas.
I guess what I should say.
And it's cold because he did it without saying Jimmy's name. So I would have liked to hear him say his name, but I know what he was doing. I'm gonna style on you without even saying your name, and I'm gonna let the world know it's you. You gonna know it's you. But I ain't gonna give you the clout of actually saying your name.
Exactly. Even in the song, he basically, if you caught it, he gave why he didn't even mention the name. Like, basically, niggas don't even. I don't even respect you enough to really give you that energy. But I'm gonna give you this little verse, and it wasn't that whole verse wasn't maybe just about him. I think he was talking to everybody in general. He said every week I'm waking up to another nigga on some bullshit.
He said something about I be so high I can't even keep up with how many niggas is throwing shots basically. Yeah. And I'm up here and you down here. But I don't know. Jim Jones said he won't smoke with anybody from his generation. He said, I don't care anybody. Because dude said, well, Jadakiss is from your generation. He said, yeah, Kiss cool. He can spit. But I'm standing on what I'm saying. He said, I got 100,000 right now. We can go to the studio right now. We can lock in. Right now, put a beat on. You go to room A, I go to room B, or vice versa, and let's see who come out with the hottest bars.
He capping. He gotta be capping. He ain't putting up 100K. As soon as he gonna get off the camera and break it down. And Jada, you shouldn't even mention them niggas in the same sentence after what they did to y'all on that stage. Like, you should say I won't smoke with anybody but the Locks. Like,
right
after what Jadakiss did to you in front of live. In front of the world, like that was one of the most memorable moments in hip hop. That actually was the best, most brutal verses ever I've seen in my life.
Ever.
Like,
ever.
Murdered y'all. Like,
ever.
They should have brought a casket out with a tombstone.
They should have went the Loaded Lux route. Came out with the casket, like, with the obituaries.
It was like, damn, I was trying to find songs I was hoping they could have spit. It was just that terrible. Like, them niggas, Jadakiss, he murdered them. And I don't really see Jones really fucking with nobody. The only people that actually think Jim Jones can fuck with the tier rappers in his group, if you couldn't fuck with them then, you definitely ain't fucking with them now. The tier rappers that he thinks he can fuck with, this is like get back for him. All his career, he's been like behind because you wasn't even the hottest nigga in your group.
Well, that's what the dude said. Somebody had said in the comment, like, bro, you just now peaking. But when everybody was at their peak, you was non-existent. He said, well, shit, that was then, this is now.
Even
Who
then,
cares what you did then? Let's talk about now. He said, I got better.
Even now,
and I won't smoke.
I agree with that. You got better, but not enough to get smoke from niggas. Like niggas in your age bracket, you can't fuck with. You are influencing the YNs by trying to still be a YN. If you the age grades gradually, like all the rest of the people your age, even Rakim came out, was barring up, and he still he ain't looking like the old niggas, but he's still fly, he's still classy, but he's still barring up. Shout out to Rakim. But I don't see Jim fucking with nobody in his era.
He named Fabulous, but he gave Fab his props. He said Fab is different. So I think that was his way of saying everybody, but I don't want to smoke with Fab because Fab is different. He said I fuck with Fab. Exactly. Fab could still relate to the YNs, and Fab still come from that era where nigga you had to really be, you had to be that. And that verses with the lock showed the difference that y'all just seem to not be able to get when lyrics matter. Yes, right. The beat, the cadence, being able to make a catchy song, that also matters. Your aura, your mystique, nostalgia, all that matters. But when it come down to it and you line them tracks up live, where now we paying more attention to the lyrics, you saw the difference. It wasn't even fucking close. I applaud Jim Jones for not being afraid and jumping out there, though, and looking for the competition. I'm going to give him his props with that. Whether you think he can win or lose, the fact that he is willing to put 100,000 up, allegedly, he might be clout chasing with that, but he said anybody. The only person I seen respond was J Hood. I saw J Hood say, nigga, you can't even fuck with me. Ain't no way you fucking with the big bros. So, I mean, I want to see somebody jump out there and call Jim Jones bluff. And then this nigga is talking crazy.
What's even more crazy is that J Hood is a product of the D Block, the Locks. So it's like you really don't want nobody that was associated with that camp to me. In my opinion, I wouldn't fuck with it, but I don't see it. I'm trying to think who Jim can mesh up with. Like, cause is he even fucking with Cam?
Jim not fucking with Cam. Jim did get, see, this is the thing though. When you start out trash and you're constantly getting better, it makes it look like you're better than maybe your comp if they are like at a steady level where they're not really elevating anymore. Because we don't really hear Cam's music anymore. He shows glimpses of he still got it on the show with the freestyles, but Jim is putting out music. Jim is going at niggas like Pusha T, who damn near ended Drake. You know what I'm saying? And he did good. Pusha T waited a year to respond, but it's like that smoke came and went. But for him to be talking crazy like this, maybe y'all don't even gotta go diss track for diss track, like he said. Let's see who got the better verse. Let's get on a project together. Let's pick 10 beats and see who got the best verse out these 10 tracks. Nigga, let's go back to back on some Freddie versus Jason shit. The way Fab and Kiss did. Well, they've been doing mixtapes like that for years. So this is where the mixtape game comes in at. I think this is why you don't hear too many responses, because there's no more mixtapes. Imagine Jim talking crazy like this in 02, and then the next Clue tape is finna drop. Somebody gonna throw a shot at you on that Clue tape to stand out on the tape.
But
you know what I'm saying?
What I do like what Jim is doing, he's going at people because he's trying to. The way he's going at people, if he was more of a respectable artist, it'd make competition better in rap music. The same way Kendrick got under control and was like, "I want to murder all of you niggas." You know what I'm saying? Like, this is rap. Like, this is hip hop. So I feel like Jim is taking it back there. Like, nigga, y'all niggas, even if y'all feel like I'm popping, they call my bluff. Like, get out here and rap, because he getting out there and rapping. So, like you said, he did the diss to Nas. That was Pusha T too.
No, he did a diss to Nas and Pusha T.
Yeah, so he's getting out there. He ready to spar. He probably feeling himself right now. Like, fuck it.
Nah, he is. He reading them comments like, "Oh, Jim got off. Jim, the oldest YN in New York." So he feeling this. Jim like, man, you know what? Fuck these niggas. It is what it is. And we in the rage bait era where you just say the craziest shit to get responses. So every week we see Jim in the news cycle. He's starting to see how this shit work. So unless one of y'all gonna call his bluff, Jim is up right now. All I'm saying. I mean, Nas, he threw the shot. Let's see if Jim throw the shot back. Because this was a battle that was supposed to happen a long time ago. That just never happened. So we'll see.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. Hip hop. Bring hip hop back. Is hip hop dead or alive, man? Y'all let us know. We need some new fire spitters.
Okay, another back and forth I seen on the internet. I seen DC Young Fly on the Rory and Mal show. They asked him, have y'all ever talked to Ross since Ross did the infamous walk off on y'all show? I don't know if y'all seen, Ross was on the 85 South show. He said, "Oh, excuse me, I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back." And the nigga left and went to another podcast and never came back. It went viral. It went crazy, right? So they asked him, had they talked to Ross? And they was like, nah, whoop, whoop. And then they was breaking down how, you know, they felt the way when they seen him go to another podcast. And DC Young Fly was saying, hey, we black. We the culture. We really fuck with you. The podcast you went to, they're trying to exploit you because we respect you enough to not ask you about the CEO stuff and, you know, anything to smut your name. Everything we asked you was to big you up. You went over there and they asked you about all of that stuff, about you being the CEO, lying about it, this, that, and you was real respectful and polite when answering the questions. Whenever somebody from the culture asks you the same questions, you try to get on some Mafia Don shit, calling us your little homies and this and that. And I seen Ross respond. He was in the pool and shit talking about, man, I did that for free, little homie. I wasted my Gucci jacket. I wore the jacket for nothing. I can't even really wear it again. What's the analytics of the show anyway? How was the show doing? Like he basically was being passive aggressive and dishing them like your platform was small. Me coming was doing you a favor. DC Young Fly, like, hold on, bro.
We already do know.
Nigga, everybody who came for free. He started naming people bigger than him. Snoop did it for free. He said Boosie did it for free. He named a little people. T.I. did it for free. He like, you're not the only one who did it for free. And all of our shows is doing numbers. Country Wayne do 6-7 million. The episode with Snoop at 5-something million. Like he just was like, bro, the show is the show. Yeah, you did it for free, but so did everybody else. But what you think about this, man? Do they got a point? Because when it comes to the culture, you low-key damn near disrespecting niggas who fuck with you. But then you go over there and you nice as hell.
They got a point. But I understand if I'm Ross, if I feel like I'm gonna leave, it's just common courtesy or respect to where it's like you said, I only got an hour. I give y'all an hour of my time. I got some other shit to do. I'm gonna get up out of here. Just walking up out of here, talking about acting like you gotta go take a gangster and you leave. That's crazy work. Without saying nothing, and they call and your manager acknowledging like, well, we don't know where he went. And then you go kiki and ha-ha with the white boys. But at the same time, I think where these dudes fail to realize is that y'all comedians. Everybody don't want to sit there and be playing all the time. So I'm not saying that they was playing necessarily on that interview, but that's the type of energy or aura or stigma that somebody expects when they come on your pod. They don't expect to really sit there and go through substance without getting through this interview without somebody cracking jokes or playing this shit. Not saying that everything has to be super serious, but all of y'all are comedians. So he might have a different respect, not necessarily just because they was white, but the type of platform they own. And y'all bringing up things like, well, we would have never asked you about being a CEO and stuff like that. Them is questions he already should be prepared for. And them is questions that if you ask him, you ask him at the end of the day. But I don't agree with Ross doing that. Like that
the nigga was in the middle of a podcast. He said, hey, I got to use the bathroom. I'll be right back. And left, nigga.
It goes to show. It goes to show. Cuz said, this shit bunk. I'm out of here.
This nigga got off. Hey, he didn't even tell niggas like, hey, he's still in the bathroom. Niggas said, man, he gone. He gone. Like, nigga, what the? You got to be fucked up,
they
nigga.
did better than me. I would have been like, fuck Ross.
On the set, nigga, bitch ass nigga.
That's crazy work. He like, these niggas on some bullshit. I'm
gone. Got the fuck on.
Cuz I'm finna go get a bigger bag, the boss.
That nigga crazy.
He feel like he a boss. He can do what he want. But that's some whole shit when it comes to accepting something and doing that. Like, you don't just shake, cuz. Like, if y'all ain't had no altercation, y'all didn't really get nothing to, like, y'all arguing or something, you shouldn't leave. You should just tell a nigga, I'm gonna cut it short. I'm gonna leave. Like, I think they deserve that much. And it is our own people that do it to us because we see how we treat each other. And then you go over here and kiki ha with the white man, give them the utmost respect. You speaking eloquent, you a whole different character when you get over there with them. And it's like, damn, we shitting on our own. This is why we don't build with our own. This will make niggas start saying fuck niggas. Like,
right.
And niggas like Ross end up over there and that's why he's like, what's so different with us? Like, oh, it's and that's what you missing, DC. It's the respect level he got for them and not for you.
Exactly. Hey, Soldier Boy, Ross got you beat first in something. Ross is the first rapper to do an Irish goodbye on the podcast. If you don't know what an Irish goodbye is, it means leaving somewhere without saying goodbye to anybody. So, you know, you be at a party and you just leave and don't say nothing. That's called an Irish goodbye. Ross is the first rapper to do an Irish goodbye on the podcast. Got up in the middle of the segment and got on and went to another podcast and shot a whole nother 2-3 hour episode. He said, nigga, you only shot over here for damn near an hour. He said, nigga, we brought the lemon pepper wings out. We had all your products out. We had the champagne out.
We was trying to surprise you.
We trying to surprise you.
Into the chat, we talking about Rick Ross.
Yeah, we definitely talking about Rick Ross. Rick Ross crazy. Y'all gotta go look that clip up on 85 South show.
With DC Young Fly and them, you know, he did an interview with them, and he did some crazy shit.
Lady Viral, good looking for the donation. She said, Rams K, Eagles K, this Jets all year. Fuck the Jets, straight up. Y'all ain't going nowhere.
Wet, stay trash.
Yeah, y'all not finna be nothing. Perk 30, good looking for the donation. You said, who's your favorite Marvel and DC character and why?
Favorite Marvel and DC? My anime is Dragon Ball Z, nigga.
No.
But who your favorite Marvel and DC? I don't even know which one is what.
I'm about to look it up right now.
I know I got like Wolverine.
So Wolverine is Marvel. So Wolverine for sure would be my favorite Marvel for sure off the dribble. Wolverine simply because Wolverine is a savage. Wolverine is a savage. Wolverine was an outlaw. Wolverine didn't care nothing about the rules, and he got the job done, and he wasn't turning nothing down. It didn't matter the odds, because Wolverine was going to get out there and squabble. And Cut couldn't die.
Wolverine was a savage. Yeah.
He couldn't die, and he was the X factor, nigga. When everybody else, I don't care who you thought had the greatest powers, nigga, Wolverine, at the end of the day, he was the X factor. He was the one. He was one of the ones.
And shout out to the Bay, man. Shout out to the Bay.
Now, as far as DC, who's on
remember DC?
The Hulk, Captain America.
Is Batman DC?
I think no. Is Batman DC?
Batman's with Superman in him. I think he Marvel.
Is he Marvel? See, I'm trying to see. Marvel.
That's DC right there. I don't know, man. I got Batman. Superman, Batman in there. I got Batman.
I got Batman because Batman was a billionaire, number one. Batman had bitches. Batman had the Batcave. Batman had the flyest whip in cartoon history, comic book history, the Batmobile. Like, nigga, Batman was a player all the way around the board. Batman had a fucking butler. Batman had a sidekick. Like, come on, cuz. And like Nipsey said, how you gonna pick Superman? And his weakness is kryptonite. Like, come on, cuz. We can't get down with that shit. Shout out to Marvel and DC, though. But for sure, Dragon Ball Z is the greatest anime ever. What we got right here? Shout out Ariana Gladney for the donation. Good looking. She said, greeting, brothers. I would love to see y'all do a show on Black August, the month of studying physical training and fasting. Oh, we got you.
That's crazy, and that's my month. So we definitely gonna tap into
He was born in August, so for sure, we definitely gonna tap into that. The next show, we're gonna do it just for you. Shout out to Riri for the donation. That's the homegirl on the set. She said, what about Kai Cenat calling out Aiden Ross being racist and his chat? Oh, yeah, let's talk about that.
Man, like I'm gonna say,
you got to break down what happened, though. You got to break down what's going on. So recently, Kai Cenat jumped out there. He said that Aiden Ross's manager called him like 2 a.m. and said, hey, the next day, Aiden Ross is having a party or a get-together, a birthday party, I believe, or something like that. We want to fly you out. We're going to send a private jet. You're going to be here in a couple hours. Can you make it? Kai Cenat said, man, it's last minute. I don't know if I can make it. Get with me in the morning. I'll let you know. He said in the middle of the conversation, the manager is talking crazy about Aiden Ross. I guess they was at the community gambling, and Aiden Ross allegedly has a gambling problem. So they said, man, he losing all this damn money. He losing millions. If he keep gambling, we're going to leave and we're going to go over here. It was, I believe the opposing company. They said, man, we're going to go over here with them niggas. If he keep losing all this bread and he don't stop gambling, we finna get on. So Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, like, damn, cut this how you talk about your peoples? This your folks. So he like, it ain't really no loyalty in this shit. And he like, his manager out of nowhere starts saying, Big Macs, nigga? Really? Fucking McDonald's, nigga? And the manager's a white boy, a white guy, mind you, middle-aged, older white man on the phone saying, Big Mac, nigga, using the N-word with Kai Cenat. And Kai Cenat basically was offended with that shit. And he said he's cutting all ties with Aiden Ross due to his manager, racist comments, and his chat always has racist comments. There's been rumors that Aiden Ross himself, they all troll with the racist shit, but you can never tell if they for real or they trolling. So Kai Cenat basically said, fuck Aiden Ross. What you think about that?
Man, I think they're playing this for content. It's possible. We'll see how long. If he act like he was the friend he was, I don't see them falling out over his manager doing that to him? And why is Kai Cenat answering the phone at 4 a.m. for another man anyway? And not even just on top of that, I don't believe Kai Cenat, for one. This is the same person that said Black Americans have no culture. So what is he trying to do? Get back on our good side? And for two, this is the same person I was streaming with a Caucasian woman and telling her to say nigga on the stream. To repeat after me and say this and say that. So you're not that offended as you pretend to be. Now, if this is true, yes, the nigga was all the way out of pocket, but I don't believe this nigga, man. I just don't believe it right now. So we'll see how it plays out, and we'll probably see him the same way these niggas fight and make up, and he might be with Ada Ross in a few months. You said you're the only nigga that came to his birthday party, you showed up to all this and that. But just remember, if it is true, you are the company you keep. So if this dude is talking like that, I'm sure 100% Ada Ross is talking the same way. They feel the same way when you're not around. And even when you get in those spaces, without your money, they wouldn't be respecting you the same way. They're still using us as a ploy to make their money. As they make their bag, but they're necessarily not respecting you. They're using you.
It's content.
Yeah.
All this is content. I don't believe none of it because they all do racist trolling. They all do racist trolling. He knows that. He knows how they talk behind the scenes. Fucking Charleston White then came out plenty of times, talked about how they act and troll behind the scenes. They troll everybody. So the fact that he's acting surprised because he said nigga on the phone, knock it off, bro. You know what the fuck they do. You're a part of the culture. I believe this was a content play because as I'm seeing now, there's a video of Aiden Ross and Kai Cenat back on the stream allegedly squashing the beef and Kai Cenat showing them love. So all of this shit screams, man, it's content.
It's for sure content.
It's regular.
It
checks out. Like, we know what's going on. I don't believe nothing that comes from these streamers or these podcasters. Everything to me is a play until proven otherwise. Especially in that streaming world, nothing is off limits. Nothing. They friends with Neon, and Neon was calling us monkeys and all, like every name you could think in the book. And he was cool with it. And he didn't give a fuck. He himself, Kai Cenat, came out, said Black Americans have no culture. So he feel like he above niggas anyway.
Bro, when you get in the shower with another man, you'll do anything for content or a dollar.
Straight up.
That's just point blank, period. But shout out to the chat, man. Appreciate y'all.
Shout out.
Appreciate the donations. Appreciate the comments.
Good looking to Birdstone. My guy Birdstone, he always showing love. Good looking for the donation.
Where you at? Cause we about to tap in with you.
He said for the dog. So shout out Birdstone. Okay, we got Brandon in the chat.
Fine Brandon, Uncle
Ruckus.
Where you at, nigga? You should have been here.
He said Wolverine is the best there is at what he does. Marvel, Wolverine, DC, Batman, Malibu, Hard Case, Dark Horse, Death Dealer. Okay, there you go. See,
shout out to Brandon. Salute.
Brandon on the same track as me with that one because it's Wolverine and it's Batman. Cause Batman he different. Cause and he had Catwoman. Like, come on, cause like Batman was in his bag, nigga. He said, flag on the play. Why y'all not standing on blah, blah, blah? Okay, you sound crazy, bro. You want me to read that? You got to send a donation, fully. So what if they squashed it? That mean men can't talk about nobody? Nah, it's not that they squashed it. I don't care if they squashed it. I didn't believe the issue was real in the first place. I don't believe it was real in the first place. I believe the whole thing about his manager calling him a nigga on the phone. Like, bro, I watched them call everybody niggas all day.
Nah, but not even that. When you tell me a nigga talking about hamburgers or cheeseburgers, like that was the most dumbest lie to ever even think I'm gonna believe. If people believed it, that's crazy. Ain't nobody calling you at 4 a.m. I don't care how faded you is talking about a McDonald's commercial. Like, this is how much idiots they think people are. That's all that proves to me. So that shit was crazy.
Kai Cenat says he still respects. Okay, so here's the clip. Let me play the clip.
You in the we're gonna be out there soon, man. We for sure gonna have to link with you.
Let me see exactly what he said, man. Let me play this clip. Okay, that was a little too fast. I didn't even really hear what he said. Let me see what he said. Okay, so he's talking about he's a good ass dude.
Kai Cenat is one of those shout out to him and his career streaming and all that. I respect his grind. I respect all that. But I don't take nothing as him. He damn near separates himself from black people. He in his mind, he might not even think he's black. He's from wherever he's from, and he associates with that. He's just eating off of the American culture.
And speaking of eating off American culture, bro, we had a huge movement of half of the culture saying that rap and hip hop is Black American culture, then the other half saying that is not, saying that, you know, Hispanics played a part, some foreigners from overseas played a part. And Fat Joe was one of the most vocal people in saying that Puerto Ricans and Hispanic helped create hip hop. Now, he got a hella backlash. Then he caught a case. Then it got quiet. And then the next time I seen him, he was on another platform saying that Hispanics actually didn't play a role. Puerto Ricans did not play a role. Did you see that?
You said they got the backlash for the. Say it again.
I'm saying, you remember Fat Joe was one of the leading
he switched
voices
of
saying Puerto Ricans and Hispanics was there at the inception of hip hop. They played a role in it 50-50 with Black Americans. Now he completely switched his stance and said they didn't.
No, I know, but we expect that. We know that nigga was capping from the beginning. He was doing, it was content. And not even just content, but he was basically trying to say he was the one who basically he started it. Like his family didn't support it. Then once he started making music, they started supporting him. Like that was his biggest supporters. But everybody was telling him like, ain't no, what is he? Puerto Ricans in music and stuff like that.
Facts. Like that's crazy. Okay. Brandon sent another donation. I'm gonna read it in a second. But with this Fat Joe stuff, I think he's trying to get the culture back on his side. He caught this case. Now he's like, fuck, I need the culture. Because you remember before, Fat Joe used to be talking crazy.
What case he got?
I'm gonna say he got that alleged sex trafficking case with the minors. You know, remember? We talked about it. So now he's like, I need some help. He got the podcast with Jadakiss. So, you know, he's
trying to show a different side.
He's trying to show a different side. Because at first he was standing on, I'm going to say the N-word anytime I want. And yeah, we help create hip hop. You can't deny our contributions. See, adding contributions and being a creator or something is two different things. Yes, you added contributions. Did you create it? No. So I'm glad that he finally went out there and admitted that. But it's just crazy after pushing for so long saying that you did to completely flip-flop. And I don't even think he gave the reason why. I got to go back and watch that interview and see if he ever gave the reason why.
Nah, he was just explaining when he was starting off rapping and how it was no Puerto Ricans rapping. And he basically just went in context and saying like he was the first one. He was the first person to get in that lane. And basically he basically trying to make it seem like he started it.
That's crazy. So Fat Joe completely made a 180 from what he was saying. And I think it's due to the public backlash. Shout out to Brandon for another donation. He said the fact that you can freely use the N-word on YouTube and social media means the use of it is generally accepted and has been deemed non-offensive.
It's not the fact that it's non-offensive. It's the fact with these rage baiting and everything else. It's the fact that they still want it to be used. It's the fact that they still want us to be triggered off of it. It might not be offensive to you, but certain people still have context of it, whether they elders, maybe the younger generation is not as offended by it, but I can't say the C word on there. I can't say no other slander words. Is that really offensive to them?
Right. Like I don't think it's just because it's non-offensive. I think we just don't have the power structure to enforce it. You can't say anti-Jewish stuff because they have the structure to enforce the rules against saying it. There's no platform we have where we can have the N-word be a banned word. That's just really what it is. And it's big money. Enraging Black people is big dollars in today's economy via social media. There's a whole sector of rage baiters. Who's that white bitch who responded to our videos?
Yeah,
the white bitch who was on Piers Morgan. Her whole entire YouTube channel is based off of going and reacting to Black people's comments and just calling them every racist word in the book. She even did one to Brandon's video. So she follows who got the motion in the Black community, and then she reacts to their video and calls them niggas and all type of shit.
And it's to the point where it's just another reminder that you ain't nothing. You ain't nothing at this point.
we're not putting you in the equal box as us. You can't disrespect us, but if y'all feel disrespected, we're gonna disrespect y'all, and we're gonna allow it on every platform.
Yes, this is the fit from yesterday, bro. If I wore it on no jumper, I gotta come wear it on the viral way. We were supposed to come here, but hey, I'm here today, so it is what it is. It's Ram Nation though, straight up. Ram Nation. You see me wear it once, you're gonna see me wear it again.
I don't know why they asked that rhetorical question when you knew the answer to the question.
No, I'm just giving them some shot.
I ain't saying you, and I'm saying them, whoever asked it.
Oh, yeah, that shit funny. It said, will black people be banned from using it online as well? See, that's a slippery slope. If you're gonna make it a word that you can't say, it would have to be banned for everybody. You can't say, well, except us. So that's where it comes in.
I don't even think we have a problem with that.
I don't think we have a problem with it, but nah, some niggas will have a problem with it. Some niggas will have a problem with any fucking thing. Somebody want a problem with anything. Somebody gonna say it's our word, it's all right. You know that.
Nah, yeah, that'd be wild though. If they banned it for everybody online, then it is what it is. You just gotta go read a dictionary, find some more words to use.
Nah, facts.
Even though I use it a lot.
But you gotta realize, how are you using the word? The word was our word first. Like, we really gotta sit down on one of the biggest platforms and break down the N-word. NEGUS means kings. Niggas is kings. You can ask ChatGPT, you can ask Google, you can ask Yahoo, you can ask Duck, whatever browser search engine that you use, look up the word NEGUS. That's our word. Niggas is our word. They demonized our word and made it a bad word to the point we think it's a bad word. When are you going to realize that it's a good word and it's our word? We're only applying their definition to our word. No, we're going to use our definition. The same way the swastika was used by plenty of other cultures. And now it's deemed a bad symbol when the original inception of a swastika was a good symbol. So at what point do we say, man, we taking our shit back? We taking our culture back. You're not finna tell us what our shit mean to us. This is what the fuck it mean to us. Straight up. Once we take the racist connotations off of the fucking word, how could you be offended at another race calling you king? Like, if they're not using it in a negative racist connotation, should we really be mad? But then that goes into schooling. Like, you got to give them the history of what they actually saying. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying allow everybody to just say it.
But that's their biggest fight about it. It's like, we're using it the same way you're using it. Why are y'all offended if y'all saying it's in terms of endearment and we're not using the ER? Why are you offended by it? That's basically what everybody's fight been about it.
Shout out to James Ray Gillian. Good looking for the donation. He said, peace to the gods. Remember, jealousy and envy destroy from within. Absolute power tends to corrupt. What's today's mathematic king? What's the mathematics?
Today's mathematics is know thyself.
Know thyself is today's mathematics. Know thyself.
How many people really know themselves? You know what I'm saying? It's like, and this is why a lot of stuff be messed up in the first place. It's like people are getting situations or have relationships or friendships, and they don't even like themselves. So don't feel no way when people don't like you, because they don't even like their damn self. So you got to be a cold motherfucker if you don't like yourself. You damn sure ain't got the room to like nobody else. That's where a lot of that shit come from. So if you knew yourself, you love yourself, because it's only one you.
No,
that's how special God made people, man. He only made one, no copies. You better love yourself. Stop looking for it outside of yourself.
Know thyself, cuz. Do the history, do the knowledge, do the research. It's a lot of people outraged by things that they really don't even know why they're outraged. And if they found the true definition and the true history of stuff, they wouldn't be outraged by it. Look, all the black people, mainly majority black people in the U.S., think voodoo's a bad thing. Voodoo is something we created. You notice everything we create and we come up with is deemed as evil. Everything that relates to something that we created or has something to do with us is deemed as a bad thing. From 666, they tell you 666 is the devil's number. It means you worship the devil. Bro, if you look up 666, that ties in with melanin. And who are the melanated people? Who are the melanated beings? It's us. So if you don't follow me on Twitter, go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I'm gonna put it up here. It's at Mr. Viral himself, because I broke this down in the tweet and people was like, man, you crazy. So 666 is not the devil's number. 666 is not the mark of the beast. 666 does not represent evil. Religion taught you that. Religion programmed that into your mind. Religion uses that to control you. The masses, the mainstream media use that to control you. The powers to be use that to control you. 666 equals 6 protons, 6 neutrons, and 6 electrons. Protons are positively charged particles in the nucleus of an atom. Neutrons are neutrally charged particles in the nucleus of an atom. Electrons are negatively charged particles orbiting the nucleus. When you add those up, it brings balance. And the makeup that the protons, neutrons, and electrons make up a carbon-12 atom, which is the stable isotope of carbon. This specific arrangement is also associated with melanin. If you don't know what melanin is the pigment responsible for skin color, hair, and eye color. It's composed of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and nitrogen, with carbon playing a significant role. So by them saying 666 is the mark of the beast, they're telling you your skin is the mark of the beast. They're telling you being a melanated person makes you the beast and you have the mark, which is why they don't deem you as human. They deem you as less than human, and they believe any treatment that they give you is cool. This is why during slavery and shit, they was like, man, you 3/5 of a man. You're not even a real person. We don't even look at you as a human. But 666 is melanin. That's what makes up your melanin, bro. But how long did they tell us that this was the mark of the beast? This was evil. Hold on, who's the beast? Who's the beast? You saying we the beast? Then you look in the Bible that they remixed. They said we was cursed and we deserved all treatment. In the Bible, it says we are cursed for something that we did that God didn't like, and we was going to go through hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years of being fucked over. All of this shit is programming. Then they tell you voodoo's bad, but then they learned about the powers of the shit, made us stop learning it, and then they started using it. Look at the music industry. All of these rituals and all this stuff. Where in the fuck you think all this stuff come from? like, come on, cuz. Y'all think music is just something to dance to? No, they've been figured out. Oh, this is how we can program people. We use music to get them to do what we want. There's a huge lawsuit right now. It's hilarious when you hear it, though. I forget which exact prison, but a bunch of prisoners in the prison are suing. They're suing one of these record companies, saying that the music they're listening to is causing them to be violent in prison. It's a fucking comedy. But if you watch the movie Jamie Foxx had, what's the name of that movie? With the clones. They clone Tyrone. Go watch the music scene. They had the different rooms. They had this frequency playing. Oh, I'm painting. I'm doing all type of amazing things. Then they had this frequency playing. Oh, they in there fighting to the death. Then they had this frequency playing. Oh, this room, they was depressed. So the frequency and the vibrations in the music affect your body. They affect your emotions. They affect how you feel. All of this shit is tied in, man. Y'all got to start really like locking in.
Them inmates, they finna be listening to all Disney music. They finna move everything up in prison. So already ain't got no rights. You done fucked off with the music.
Them niggas cooked.
Hopefully y'all win that lawsuit though, but they gonna use the excuse that y'all in jail and this been going on type stuff. But even though that could have an influence, man, I want to say this too. I was studying something, and it basically was saying that like we just talk about gossip, and how gossip is how people communicate in a dream of hell. So if you ever meet people, you know, a lot of people that want to gossip to you or gossip about you, and just know the people that gossip to you will gossip about you. But this is, you think about most of the world and they're attracted to the drama and everything else, they're naturally creating hell on earth in their life for the most people. If you get those phone calls 9 times out of 10 that'll drain you,
And it goes back, what I'm getting to, it go back to the frequency stuff. Because most times gossip is low vibration, is low frequency. And if you think a lot of problems be coming from he say, she say, all this other stuff, even in your relationships. What do you think? You have a situation with your girl. She's the type of girl that want to gossip to her friends about it. Her friends gossip to her about it. They miserable gossiping about it. And it's just bringing a whole bunch of other misery. With your homies, niggas talk about their homies. Next thing you know, you in the back of the back getting your ass beat because you just said some shit that you didn't stand on. And a lot of things, people lying. We see in the media every day, women gossiping, lying about people and stuff like that. So just understand, like, sometimes eliminate that, and it can eliminate a lot of our problems in general. I just think, and it's really crazy when you think about it, because it's like emotional poison. I come tell my brother something about somebody. Now, when he sees that person, what do you think he's going to think about that person? I just put the poison in his ear. Now he's treating this person that probably didn't even do nothing or had no real issue. I could have been the issue. And now he's looking at them through my lenses. And now he doesn't have a chance to experience them in their best version of themselves because of what the poison I chose to put out. So you just got to be careful of even accepting that. And people got to understand one more thing too, that facts is not gossip. Gossip is just formulated opinions and things in that's basically not the truth. If it's the truth, it really can't be gossip. So just understand the difference with that. But just be careful and just pay attention to the people. Like if you have certain relationships, what do they really call you for outside of talk shit about people? It's like, damn, you got to cut them leaves got to come off the trees at this point in this day and age. I would say so.
Yeah, gossip is definitely a low vibrational thing. Gossip literally lowers your own vibration. It hinders spiritual growth. So engaging in gossip, when you break down and analyze the brain, it activates the brain's reward system, right? So when you gossip, it releases dopamine. It creates a sense of fleeting pleasure, but it's false pleasure because you become addicted to negative behavior. So the dopamine reinforces negative behavior. So now your mind becomes programmed to look for negative behavior and negative outcomes so you can get dopamine. You literally become addicted to negativity. This is why if you ever talk to a person who gossips, everything around them is what? Is negative. They don't want to talk about shit positive. Why? Because their brain doesn't reward them for that. All they got is bad fucking news. To the point where you see their name on your phone ringing, you like, God damn, this nigga. You already know before you answer the phone it's finna be some bullshit. You like, oh, this bitch, man, who the fuck she finna be talking shit about now? That's the only conversation they can have. You gotta avoid them people at all fucking costs.
And it's funny because if you try to have a fruitful conversation with those type of people, they gonna stop calling you. They gonna start leaving you alone.
Exactly. They gonna cut their cell phone.
Like, yeah, it's like you, but they actually are just, you're still on the same plane, but they're falling out of your life because they can't stay on the same frequency as you. So most points, a lot of those things, it eliminates a lot of stuff though. And you'll be surprised, you know. But some people, it'll never stop. But just think about that, man. You communicating this emotional poison, and it's a dream of hell.
And you got to think, what does gossiping accomplish? What does it accomplish? Like, really sit and think. When you sit and gossip with somebody, what the fuck does that accomplish? What do you get out of that end of that conversation except you feel drained? Like, it's to the point when people call me and they start talking about other people, I just end the conversation right there on the spot. Like, I'm even past, hey, bro, I got to go do something. Like, I'll tell a motherfucker straight up, hey, I'm going to hit you later. I might even just hang up. It have been times, nigga, I done just hung up while the nigga was talking because they was gossiping. Nigga hit me like, what happened? I might not even answer the text, nigga. I don't even be lying to niggas no more. Oh, the phone dropped the call. I just look at the shit. Nigga, get the hint, nigga. The fuck I want to listen to you gossip about this bitch, oh, this nigga. Bro, if a phone conversation drains your little energy, you talking to the wrong person.
But it's the opposite too, because like you said, the dopamines that people that get addicted to, the ones that do love it, they feed off of it. You're feeding on somebody's downfall. You're feeding on somebody's focus, or you're feeding on somebody's, 9 times out of 10 when you gossiping about somebody and it's coming from a negative standpoint. You're not trying to figure out how we can help this person, how we do certain things. You're happy that they're going through something. You're happy that they failed at something, like, you know. So that's what most of that shit stems from. And it's really, when I say, like we said, the mathematics, knowing yourself, what does that really say about you? If you're happy that people are going through hard times, and you're happy that somebody else is fucked up, or you're happy that somebody just got 100 years or something, it's like, it's crazy. It's really crazy when you sit down, analyze, and think about it.
By gossiping, you invite misery into your life. So if you want a miserable life, gossip. Gossip with people. That's inviting misery into your life. Everybody who gossips is fucking miserable. I never met a non-miserable person who liked to gossip. Because it's too much other shit we can be talking about that's beneficial to our life, that's beneficial to helping us reach goals, that's beneficial to pushing us to higher heights. Gossip does literally nothing but drain you, and it charges up the other person who came to you with the gossip. It's like a cell phone. When your cell phone dying, you're looking for a charger. That's what a gossiper is. A gossiper is a motherfucking dying cell phone. It's a dying battery, and you are the charger. So when they call your phone, they get charged up, and then you in the phone, you're drained. You got to cut them motherfuckers off, man. The shit is crazy. Lions are definitely not entertained by the sheep. And stop over-explaining yourself too. That's another thing that people gotta realize. Lions do not explain to sheep the reasons that they eat meat. The sheep just know when the lion come around, you better move around for you be the one to get ate. Straight up. You ain't gotta over-explain to everybody. You don't even owe everybody an explanation. Some people try to pry answers out of you just to see if they can make you answer their question.
Or guilt trip you.
That's like an internet troll. Internet troll whole fucking purpose is to try to get the reaction out of you. Once they got the reaction, they won. It's a lot of people like that. You ever just be like, "Cuz, why you even asking that? The fuck made you ask that?" Sometimes they just want to see if you're gonna answer. on the game, people really be just wanting to see. Asking questions they know the fucking answer to just to get you to answer it.
Or they want necessary information.
Always say less than necessary too. Don't use gossip and giving out personal information as a bonding tool. A lot of people do that. They start saying shit they ain't supposed to say just to try to bond with a person. Like, damn, why the fuck you tell them all that? Nigga didn't even ask you that.
That's fact. And that's how some people get put in the blender. If you think you gossip with somebody on your side, they don't be with you. They be with that other person you talking about.
Hey, be careful with that blender word. Nicki Minaj calling the feds on niggas for that. Nicki Minaj calling the feds on niggas talking about getting put in the blender. Shout out to Mac Wop, kill. He out here making noise, going crazy. Got Nicki Minaj calling the feds and the CIA on him. This is wild. Nicki is, boys, her Twitter fingers been going crazy. Definitely stop letting people into your energy field. Definitely. Energy is real, bro. Like if you had glasses that could see energy, we all would have a force field around us. That's why, the 6 feet rule. Where do you think that come from? You're like, give me 6 feet. When somebody gets too close into your personal space, it does what? It feels uncomfortable, right? It makes you physically uncomfortable. That's their energy field. You can't see it, but you can feel it. When a person is fucked up and they got bad energy, the closer they get to you, the worse and more uncomfortable it make you feel. You like, back up. Give me 6 feet. But a person with good energy, they can get close to you and they don't feel like nothing. It'll raise you up.
Yeah,
it might make you feel better. That's why when you hug somebody that you love or they love you and got genuine care for you, it boosts your energy up because they got good energy. So energy is real. That's why when you be around certain people, you got to literally shake that shit off. You might got to go ground. You might got to go shower. Like you ever been around people, you're like, I need to wash my hair. I need to get their fucking energy off. That'd be the energy you're trying to get off. Like, I need to shower because I don't know why I just feel nasty for being around this fucking person.
Yeah, that shit is diabolical. It is. Energy is real, man. Energy is damn near everything.
This is why your dog, you can walk past 9 people while you're walking your dog. The 10th person, your dog start tripping. You like, damn, she just walked past 9 people. This person got fucked up energy.
Instantly. As soon as you step up, they already know.
They get the growling and you like, damn, what did this person do? They got bad energy. Get the fuck away from them. Dogs don't lie and babies don't lie. Somebody come to your house, a baby see him just start crying. That person got bad energy, bro. Straight the fuck up. Y'all got to start paying attention to this shit.
Pay attention to the signs.
Definitely got to pay attention to the signs. I might go to the beach today and just go chill in the sand and put my feet in the sand. On the gang, the beach is my happy spot, cuz I ain't gonna lie to you. I just wish we had some better water out here. That's the only thing wrong with Cali, cuz, and the beaches, the water, all the pollution and shit. But what you got, bro? What's happening? You tired? You winded? What's up?
I ain't winded, but I ain't got nothing.
This nigga said I ain't got nothing. This
I ain't
nigga
got no more
crazy.
topics, nigga.
That's crazy. Everything going on in the world, you ain't got no more topics.
There ain't really shit going on in the world.
Hey, look. Well, this is something going on in the world, right? It's a thing called the ripple effect. I don't know if y'all ever heard that, but the ripple effect describes how a single action or an event can create a series of events or consequences that spread outward, impacting more and more people or the system. So let's say you got a podcast. Let's say you got one viewer in your live. Some people might get depressed, but the things you said on that live to that one person could essentially reach millions. Imagine that one person was somebody with a larger platform and they regurgitated the things you said on your live. That's called a ripple effect. Like drop a rock into water and you see the ripples and how far it goes out. You are the ripple. So don't ever be discouraged by views. Oh man, only 85 people watching me, only 100 people watching me. Imagine how many people they can regurgitate what you said to. And then they repeat it. It's called the ripple effect. You could affect millions by affecting just one person. Your one ripple could go out to the motherfucking universe and reach thousands of people without you even knowing. You never know who you affect. This is why you got to be conscious of your actions and the things you say on these platforms, because you never know who you're reaching via your ripple. Exactly. It's like an aftershock on an earthquake. Earthquake might be way over there, but that aftershock come tear some shit up way over here. That's how this shit work.
Nah, that's bars. That's bars for sure.
Nah, nigga, get here. We in that bag right now. Nigga, what you mean? That's bars. Like think about the butterfly effect. Go watch that movie too.
I'm mad they did the part 2 and 3. You seen them?
Nah, I didn't see him.
Fucking trash.
I didn't see him.
They made it to like some Final Destination shit. Like, they just gotta leave it alone. I didn't even finish 3. I just started and turned it off. But they got 2. The butterfly effect is cold.
I definitely want to go watch that because, like, when I was young, I didn't, even before I like said, oh, I want to be a football player, I want to be this, bro. I was a kid saying I wanted to be a scientist. Like, no cap. I was in the 5th grade. Hey, that's on Jesus Christ, bro. I was in the 5th grade. That was my first occupation that I picked. You know, I used to be in school and they're like, what you want to be when you grow up?
Yeah.
My first pick was a scientist. Before I got into like sports heavy, then I want to go to the NFL and all that. I wanted to be a scientist. So like quantum physics and things like that, they still intrigue me. I still like when I'm reading about it, I'm like, damn. There was this thing called quantum immortality. So I'm going to read you the official definition. So quantum immortality is a theoretical concept rooted in the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics. So more or less, quantum immortality states that, you know, we never really die. They says there's an infinite amount of versions of us. Every possible version that you can think of, it exists out there in the universe already. And what they were saying, when you die, your conscience just goes to another one of them universes, maybe even without you knowing, right? So think, and what made me think, you know, there might be some onus to this. I don't know if y'all ever seen the Spider-Man movie, what is the Spider-Verse, where it's like he was bouncing to different universes and it was different versions of Spider-Man in every universe. This one he was rich, this one he was poor, this one he was the black, this one he was white. That's basically the theory of quantum immortality, is every version of yourself already exists. So like, let's say if you dead broke, you poor in this parallel universe. In the next parallel universe over, you rich. You might be the richest person in the world. In this parallel universe, you in the NBA. Over there, you in the NFL. Over here, you 5'2". Over there, you 6'4". Like every variation of yourself already exists. And what made me think about this deep was deja vu. We all know what deja vu is, right? You could go somewhere, you're like, damn, it felt like I've been here before, but you've never been there. Something could be about to transpire that never happened to you, but you already got the memory of it happening. You're like, how the fuck do I know this was finna happen? Oh, it's deja vu. But maybe deja vu is the glitch in the matrix, like a video game. Like, I used to play a video game and then a glitch, and then you'll see like another level or somebody or something from another level that wasn't supposed to be there, and it'll pop up in the screen real quick. I think that's what deja vu is. Like the matrix glitched, and then you got a feel of that parallel universe, the different reality real quick, and then it snap back into this reality.
So, trying to figure out the best way for me to explain what I'm thinking. I understand, but I grasp that stuff a little different. So I see things as like energy never dies or can be reciprocated. It never goes nowhere. That's why I like to tell people, like, when you lose your loved ones, they're still, you have mystics and you have certain people that can tap into those spirits and energies and stuff like that. But I always tell people all the time, we come, in my opinion, I believe we all come from the same source. So it's omnipresent, omnipotent, omniscience, and stuff like that. So what all that means is God is everywhere. God is already everything. Whatever you choose to call it, the universe or whatever that is, the spirit is all around. So it's even to the point where if you are able to tap deep within yourself enough, you are damn near to the point where you can read other people's thoughts. Or you could damn near tap into what other people are doing. You could actually put, like, say if somebody I know is sick and they in another state, I can actually envision them being healthy. I can actually envision them being perfect and back to what they was. And that energy and that frequency that I'm focusing on can actually heal them. This might sound crazy, but you got to really dive deep into that to understand it. Now, to get to the point of the reality of what you're saying, I believe you can be that right now. So, but it's based off all the mindset of what we talk about all the time. You got to choose to, like, every reality exists on the same plane here, but you have to be that part. You have to be that person. You have to embody that, and then that eventually becomes your reality off necessarily programming your subjective mind.
And you know what's crazy? Because basically what you're talking about how, like, you can envision something here and then it affects somebody over there. There's a thing called quantum entanglement. So in quantum physics, it's a phenomenon where two or more particles become linked, shared, a unified quantum state. So they would do these tests, right? They would take an atom, split the shit, and then, like, let's say over here is two different atoms, right? They would do something to this atom that's way over here. It's not connected. And it would this other atom over here, way over here, would react at the same time, like they're still combined. So this is the theory that everything is connected at one time, like you said, like the past, the present, the future is all happening at one time. Everything's connected at one time because it's a phenomenon where you have two separate atoms in two different locations on the opposite side of the universe, but you touch it here and it reacts as if you touched it over there at the same exact time.
Right, because it's laws that we don't see. It's laws already that I feel like the 1%ers know about. I know about a few of them, but it's laws of the universe. It's laws of certain things that I think we're supposed to actually be following instead of these man-made laws. So with these laws it's like gravity. You know what goes up must come down and stuff like that. We know for a fact that we don't always see cause and effect. So we know if I plug something up in a wall, I can't see electricity, but I know plugging things up is going to make this mic work, going to make these lights come on. And that's what goes on within ourselves. We still have this energy to basically navigate and move certain things the way you want them to. Wait till this thing got off the phone.
No, go ahead.
But you basically get to navigate. So the energies are all connected. Your souls are all connected. It's only one source. That's basically what I'm trying to get at. The God within you allows you to connect and tap into different things. There's one thing in mind. If you think about a brain for a second. Do you think a brain thinks? I'm asking you, Rob. Do you think a brain thinks?
Do I think a brain thinks? Because because a brain can think unconsciously without you physically like or mentally thinking that you're thinking. Like it's working around the clock all day, 24/7. So I would say, yeah, brain does on its own.
So I'm gonna disagree with that because say if they cut a brain out of a human, would that brain continue on thinking?
You saying if I remove a brain from your body,
yeah,
throw it on the table?
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying the consciousness adds the thinking to it.
So it's deeper than what we think. Now we need a brain to function through this avatar, through this body, but the brain is not the thinker. If the brain is not the thinker, then what is the thinker? Okay, so now this is where you reverse engineer a little bit. Okay, now it's something that I know I'm aware of my thoughts, but where are those thoughts coming from? But if I'm using my brain to think, but if I take the brain out, the brain doesn't necessarily think. My legs walk, but if you take a leg off, is that leg still gonna walk? So what is the force behind all that? So this is where I get at to when I say the energy, the spirit, the God within you is the thinker. So you're not necessarily even thinking from yourself. This is how they start to say, now your life is already written. This is how they start to say if you move from a higher frequency, God will never steer you in the wrong way. This is how you know things sometimes without even having the answers. You just know. You know what I'm saying? Because all the information of the world is within us, but we don't necessarily process that. So if you sit there and think, it's like, damn, I know. Just imagine if you was the first person on the planet, and then they started thinking like, damn, what is this going on in my head? Like, what is a thought? I'm aware of the thought, but what is the thought? And then you start to learn that if I think a certain way, something else happens with that thought. Or where does that thought go? When you think, then the thought becomes a memory. But how does the memory work? Because if I think of something, you learn that, okay, if I think of something, that thought leaves, but that thought returns. That's where the memory comes from now. Because I could be thinking of something right now, then later on in the day, and it pop back up in my head. Why did that thought return? So it's like it's already, you got the conscious mind. So we got our conscious mind. We choose to think. And you got the subjective, or you got the subconscious mind that actually, I want to say it's like a machine. It doesn't decipher. It doesn't negate what you put in there. So if I constantly choose to think of some BS, the subconscious mind accepts that, and that's what starts to create our reality. Because it's basically accepting it and downloading it, like, this is what you want in your life. This is why they tell you to, I want to say, meditate. This is why they tell you to clear out a lot of things, because you got to be very careful and conscious of your intentions of what you're choosing to put out. And what's even more crazy is they did more studies of that. This is why they tell you to love your neighbor as yourself, or even because if I can have intentions of thinking of some BS for somebody else, but everything that I'm thinking for somebody else, it's a mirror effect, because I'm still choosing to entertain that thought. So that energy that I'm putting out towards somebody else will eventually mirror and come back to me.
That's why they say you reap what you sow.
Exactly.
You live by the gun, die by the gun. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
So now they tell you, yes, now when you pray, you should pray for yourself, but you should also pray for other people. And this is exactly why they tell you, and people be like, it's crazy to pray for your enemies. Because the more you can still do things with a negative mindset and maybe still affect people, but regardless if it affects them or not, you're still gonna be self-destructing.
Right. That's why they say, like, if you unalive somebody, you know what I'm saying, you might as well dig 2 graves because you just dug your own at the same time.
Right. So
it's all of this stuff is deep, but when you start to think about it, it makes perfect sense. Because like you said, what if, like, because they was looking at doing brain transplants and shit like that, right? Like, can we bring people back to life? I think they brought like a pig back. They brought like certain animals back to life, swapping out different organs and shit like that. And some would maybe live for like 5 minutes. Some live for like an hour. But they seen that it's possible. And it's getting to the point where they're trying to figure out how to download your consciousness. They're saying that, I believe they have the capability already to download your consciousness and upload it to another avatar. Like you said, these are just avatars. There's consciousness in here. When you die, your consciousness floats off, the avatar is gone. Think of the movie Child's Play. When Chucky wanted to put his soul in another body, what did he do? Ade, Dewey, Dembella, right. Give me the power. He was transferring his consciousness into another body. But the rule was you had to reveal the secret to that person. And whoever you revealed the secret to, that's who you could transfer your body to. So this is why we be seeing shit like certain families ruling for centuries. And then you look back, it's like, hold on, cuz that sort of looked like this person. When you seeing old pictures of people that look exactly like celebrities today, it makes you think like, cuz did they been know how to transfer their consciousness? Because if you look, the same people have been ruling for centuries. Like, how the fuck do they keep upholding this for centuries? It got to be something else to that. I don't think these people really be fucking dying. I think these people just be moving their consciousness into other bodies, and we be seeing like them growing babies in labs and shit. I think that's why they doing that shit. Say you a fucking gazillionaire. You a part of one of the families that run the world. Nigga, you want to live forever. You got to figure that shit out. You a Rothschild or something. Nigga, I'm not just finna die and get up out of here. Nigga, put my consciousness in one of these lab-made bodies and I'm right back with all the knowledge I had from the last lifetime. This shit run deep, cuz. Like, y'all really got to think about this. And shout out to the donations. We see y'all. James Ray Gillion. He said they're not ready for the extraterrestrial math. The ripple effect, problem, reaction, solution, 12 monkey theory is all real, as above, so below. Bars. I'm glad you tapped in. See, this the bag we like getting in. We like being in that tapped in bag. It ain't for everybody, but for the ones it's for, this one for y'all.
Nah, that's facts. That's facts. But that's the question I got for y'all today, man. Does the brain think? And if the brain doesn't think, who is the thinker, or what is the thinker?
That's a bar. And because you got to think, like you said, we take the first person ever here. Where did them thoughts come from?
Or even them being aware. It's like
like you the first person ever. It's voices in your fucking head. I know they say some people don't got a consciousness. They say some people don't have a voice in their head. I'm like, how?
But think it even further than that, because it was no language.
Right.
So how was they even aware to understand like
what was going on in their mind?
Yes. So it's like, damn, I'm aware this is going on. But what is this? What's really going on? And then, like I said, now that you're aware of that, you're aware that, okay, if I think a certain way, that thought leaves, but then that thought comes back. Okay, now I have a memory. Then I start to learn that, okay, if I think a little deeper, I start to generate the things that I'm thinking. So it's like that focus, that focus. I used to do practices, and I challenge people. I don't know. A lot of people can't sit in one spot for 15 minutes. I did a test. It's basically like power concentration, how concentration can rapidly speed up things that you're trying to do. Just imagine on things you concentrated on and how much further how faster or how quicker or how you figured and problem solve things when you concentrated on one thing. So basically I had to sit and stare at a damn doorknob for 15 minutes just to be able to see how long you can concentrate. But that concentration starts to build because now that you're building a concentration, you are controlling your mind. How many of y'all really controls your mind, or does your mind control you? How many times do people wake up in the morning and that alarm goes off and they go back to snooze when they need to be ready to get up? So it's like, is you controlling your mind or is your mind controlling you? So it's a lot of different things. It's like I'm going left and right now.
No, you on the right track. Because I made a post years ago before I started coming across answers through research. I had made a post one time like, you ever just sat and thought like I'm in my body? I know it sounds crazy. It's hard for me to explain it. But like you said, like meditate. Really just sit back, blank out everything, blank out the world, blank out everything. Look at yourself. You start to have like an out-of-body experience after a while. Like if you just look at your hands and look at your legs, look at your feet, it's hard to explain.
No, because you realize,
I'm not this.
You realize I'm not the body.
I'm not the body. You can feel it. Like you start to feel the spirit inside, and you're looking at yourself like the Avatar. Like, you know, when they put the helmet on the Avatar movie and it switch and they like looking at themselves like, oh, this is crazy. You start to get that feeling. And once you sit there and meditate after a while, you can feel the spirit in you. Like, I'm not this body, cuz it's a weird ass feeling. Like, this is why I low key miss having sleep paralysis. I used to be.
I know what you said.
That shit used to make me scared to go to sleep.
But now you know the benefits of it. So
now I'm like,
now I want it to happen so you can try to figure it out.
I was this close to traveling outside my body spiritually. I was this close to astral projecting because I was waking up in my fucking mind and my body was still asleep. And I was fully conscious of everything around me, but I couldn't move.
I want to say I actually astral projected before, and this was crazy. But I didn't go far, so I want to say this. So, and this was even more crazy. I was in the county jail. I was in North, and I'll never forget.
Shout out to Keem in the chat.
I was in North. I'll never forget. I was laying on a fucking rack, and I couldn't move and shit. I'm stuck. But then I'm like, if anybody know anything about North, it's like it's a bunk here and it's a bunk here. But I could see myself laying down on the damn bunk. And it was like after I kept fighting for a minute, I was just back in my shit and I got up. I never forget that day. Then I ran into the homie on the yard. I'm just like, man, that shit crazy. I never told nobody though. I just looked around like to see if I was tripping. Like, you ever fell asleep in class or something and jumped and then looked up and seen that shit? Like,
bro, I think that jump is your consciousness returning to your body. Like, you ever woke up, heart racing, you don't even know why? Like, you just jolted awake. I think that's like your body was, your spirit was traveling, bro. Oh, okay. Like falling asleep in class, bro. It's days I remember falling asleep in class and then that happening to me of me waking up in my mind and my body's not functional. But I'm conscious in my mind. I hear the teacher.
It's like you're getting back aware.
My head is on the desk, but what made it scary was the breathing. You always felt like you're choking or you can't breathe. So that's where the panic comes in at. But when I was reading and researching on how to astral project, on the CIA website, by the way, they put out step by step. When you reach that moment, it's like that's the transition. You got to be calm, and eventually your spirit will be able to break away. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like you said, it's imagine being asleep, but you hear everything going on, or you know everything going on. It's like, yeah, I was knocked out, but I know exactly what the fuck happened. Like,
this is why a lot of people don't like pulling the plug on their people that's in a coma, because how many people have woken up? Like, where was you at for 5 years?
Yeah, I seen one dude woke up after 20 years.
You know what I'm saying? Like that, you're still alive, you're still breathing, but you just can't wake up. And it's been like people, there's been cases of people who like
soul probably just floating around.
They've done like operations on, but they thought the person was dead, so they didn't use no anesthesia. Then they woke up like they felt everything. They were screaming inside, but it was like their body wasn't functioning. Cause this shit is crazy when you really think about it. It really go deep. Y'all got to think about it. This consciousness, this stuff is crazy, man. Your people that's not here no more, they give you signs when you look for them. It's, mediums. I didn't used to believe in that shit until they start saying some shit like, "How the fuck you know that?" Cause like,
look up a mystic. Look up what a mystic is. And like I said again, my question for y'all for the day is, and let me know in the comments if I'm tripping or not. Does your brain think? And if your brain is the think. If your brain thinks, does your brain think? And if not, who is the thinker behind the brain?
Bars. Shout out to Keem. Hey, Keem, we got to lock in. We told you we got the real combos for you, gang. I saw your post, fool. So you know where to come. It's a few places to go, but it's only one place to go when you want to have a real high-level conversations, man. Far away or no way. Shout out to Keem. It's a lot of truth in the details on this one. Shout out to Mac Wop. He for sure gonna have to pull up. Shout out to AD. He gonna have to pull up. We just gonna keep smashing and mashing. Y'all know what's going on. Rams Nation, Eagle K. Y'all know what time it is, man. Devour away.
He ain't even a real Ram fan.
Devour away. Bang!
They start saying shit on that part, huh?